Venture capitalists are always looking for the next big thing. And in today's world, that means technology. Technology is transforming every industry, from healthcare to education, from finance to entertainment. And venture capitalists want to be part of that change. But how do they find the best startups to invest in? How do they evaluate their potential and their risks? How do they make sure they are not missing out on any opportunities? That's where X-ray technology comes in. X-ray technology is a new way of analyzing startups using artificial intelligence and cloud computing. It allows venture capitalists to scan through thousands of startups in minutes and get a detailed report on their strengths and weaknesses, their market fit, and their growth potential. X-ray technology is not just a tool for screening startups. It is also a tool for supporting them. It helps venture capitalists to monitor their portfolio companies, to provide feedback and guidance, to connect them with mentors and partners, and to help them scale up their operations. X-ray technology is changing the game for venture capitalists. It is making them more efficient, more informed, and more successful. It is enabling them to double down on technology investments, especially in artificial intelligence and cloud technology. These are the sectors that are driving innovation and creating value in the 21st century. X-ray technology is not a magic bullet. It does not replace human judgment or intuition. It does not guarantee success or eliminate failure. But it does give venture capitalists an edge in a competitive and fast-changing market. It helps them to find the diamonds in the rough and to polish them into shining stars. If you are an AI or deep tech startup looking for funding, you might be wondering how to find and pitch to the top venture capital firms in the US. In this section, we will give you some tips and insights on how to do that. First, you need to identify which VC firms are interested in your domain and stage. AI and deep tech are broad categories that include many subfields and applications, such as computer vision, natural language processing, robotics, blockchain, biotechnology, and more. Not every VC firm is equally knowledgeable or enthusiastic about every aspect of AI and deep tech. You need to do your research and find out which VC firms have a track record of investing in your specific area and at your specific stage. One way to do that is to look at the portfolios of the VC firms that you are targeting. You can find this information on their websites or on platforms like Crunchbase or PitchBook. You can also look at the backgrounds and interests of the individual partners or associates who are responsible for sourcing and evaluating deals. You want to find someone who has relevant expertise or experience in your domain or industry. Another way to find potential VC firms is to look at your competitors or peers who have raised funding before. You can see who invested in them and how much they raised. This can give you an idea of the market size and valuation of your sector, as well as the expectations and preferences of the investors. Once you have a list of VC firms that match your criteria, you need to figure out how to get in touch with them. The best way to do that is through a warm introduction from someone who knows them personally or professionally. This could be a founder, an advisor, a mentor, an angel investor, or a mutual connection. A warm introduction can help you stand out from the crowd and get a faster response. If you don't have a warm introduction, you can try cold emailing or reaching out via social media platforms like LinkedIn or Twitter. However, this is less effective and more likely to be ignored or rejected. You need to make sure that your email or message is concise, personalized, and compelling. You need to explain who you are, what you do, why you are reaching out, and what you are asking for. You also need to include a link to your website, pitch deck, or demo video if possible. The goal of your initial contact is not to get funded right away, but to get a meeting with a VC firm. A meeting is an opportunity for you to pitch your startup in more detail and convince them that you are worth investing in. To prepare for your meeting, you need to have a clear and compelling pitch deck that covers the following points. The problem. What is the pain point or opportunity that you are addressing? How big is it? How do you know it exists? The solution. What is your product or service? How does it solve the problem? What is unique or innovative about it? The market. Who are your target customers? How many are there? How much are they willing to pay? How do you reach them? The traction. What have you achieved so far? How many users or customers do you have? What is your revenue or growth rate? What are your key metrics? The team. Who are the founders and key employees? What are their backgrounds and roles? Why are they qualified to execute on your vision? The competition. Who are your direct and indirect competitors? How do you differentiate yourself from them? What is your competitive advantage? The ask. How much money are you raising? What is your valuation? How will you use the funds? What are your milestones and goals? You also need to practice your pitch and anticipate possible questions from the VC firm. You need to be confident, concise, and clear in your delivery. You need to show passion, enthusiasm, and vision for your startup. You also need to show evidence, data, and validation for your claims. During the meeting, you need to engage with the VC firm and build rapport with them. You need to listen carefully to their feedback and questions and answer them honestly and respectfully. You also need to ask them questions about their investment thesis, process, criteria, and expectations. You want to understand if they are a good fit for your startup and if they can add value beyond money. After the meeting, you need to follow up with the VC firm and thank them for their time and interest. You also need to keep them updated on your progress and achievements until you get a term sheet or a rejection. Finding and pitching to the top venture capital firms for AI and deep tech startups in the US is not easy, but it is possible if you do your homework, prepare well, and communicate effectively. Remember that raising funding is not an end goal in itself, but a means to an end. Your ultimate goal is to build a successful startup that solves a real problem for real customers.